can even Rwanda try to fight South Africa in case they went head-on in terms of military fights? My name is Ken, and I send my greetings to you all. When the M23, which is backed by Rwanda forces, attacked Goma, a capital city in the eastern part of Congo, that is North Kivu, some presidents came out and started, I've seen the president of Rwanda during the summit that they had, that meeting between the East African community. He came out and he was very vocal, very strongly asking questions. Where is the East African community when all this is unfolding? And everyone was asking him or herself, why do we have to go to violence? Why do we have to choose guns for us to have our points put across? Now, there has been so many collisions between these guys, which is understandable. I have seen some people even insinuating that we should understand President Kagame from his point of view. But what we don't really understand as Africans is, for how long are you always going to be resorting to violence? Who benefits in these situations? Now, I have seen so many people on social media insinuating that in case they had a fight, in case there was a fight between Rwanda and South Africa, definitely Rwanda would lose. I have seen a colleague of mine who is a South African who has even given us a very beautiful history between the fight that happened in the 1990s, where the armies of Rwanda and Uganda attacked and wanted to capture Kinshasa, and they sent in an army from Zimbabwe to go and prevent the capture of Kinshasa. What happened? Apparently, they were chased away like chicken thieves. Now, my question is, Africans, I have seen you glorify your armies. I have seen that you indeed have invested a great amount of money into building these armies. My question is, do you truly think that we need to have armies in place to fight our fellow Africans? Is it really necessary? Do we benefit from these fights? Who benefits from them? Because you are here glorifying your army. I have seen one of the comments saying, oh, when it comes to fights, Zimbabwe soldiers are good at guerrilla warfare, whereas those of South Africa are well equipped. Yes, we lost 13 soldiers in the attack that happened. 13 South African soldiers. You guys, you have not seen people who are suffering in the camps. Refugees are so many. Why should we have our fellow Africans suffering at the hands of our fellow Africans? When should we stop? Because we have had so many instances. Uganda went into Congo, Rwanda went into Congo, and you know what happened? They left when they were defeated. Apparently they were defeated in the early 2000s, and we were even taken to court. And Uganda was ordered to pay a very big amount of money to Congo because so many minerals, so many timber resources were stolen from there, apparently, and Uganda has yet to pay. Why should we always resort to fighting each other? Why? Because you feel you have got strength, you have got the military power. But just because you have the military power, it doesn't give you the right to go and create more wars, more chaos, more killings, more torture, more displacements, more loss of property. That is the exact reason why we are not growing as Africans. Everywhere you go, you know what happens? They will laugh at us. Everywhere you go, you know what happens? They will always look at us as if we don't have brains, because we always chose violence. The person you're killing, the person you're shooting at this time, that is your brother. That is your own blood. Do you know what differentiates us? It's just the borders. That is why we are meant to be convinced that we need a visa to visit another African country. Why should it happen? And we are here very busy telling everyone, oh, Africans, we are Africans. We should behave like Africans, but we don't have actions. Let us talk about the soldiers who go to the battlefield. These are not the politicians' children. If the politicians are indeed serious, we have seen so many politicians, especially presidents. Talk of the president of Uganda, his son is an army general. Talk of the president of Rwanda, his son is an army general somewhere. He holds a rank in the army. Let him send his son. He's sending other people's children to go and fight. Who is going to lose their lives? These are people's sons. These are people's fathers. These are people's friends. We should not resort to violence. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether we have the army. It doesn't matter whether we have the materials that we should put into the army. You might have the equipments. These are equipments for destroying our own brothers and sisters. We don't need to fight. There is no reason why a leader, a politician, should sit somewhere and convince citizens that going to war is the only option. That reason should never exist. Every time we think of fighting another African person, every time you think of attacking another country, every time they think of destabilizing another country, they should always think, if we, the people, we the common people, if we reject their decisions, trust me, there will not be shed of blood. People are not going to be displaced. People are going to develop themselves. We are not developing because we are constantly fighting each other, which is unnecessary. These leaders will come and play a big role. They will always show off as the pillars of justice. They will always show off as they know everything. But at the end of the day, they are not the ones that suffer. Right now, people who are being displaced, they are not related to the families of those big people in the governments. They are not. These presidents are somewhere enjoying their cup of tea. They are enjoying all the good things. Meanwhile, the common man, the people who are losing their lives, the people who are running around, the people who are crying for their kin, these are the common people who don't even have any idea of what a foreign policy is, who doesn't have any idea of what is going to happen tomorrow. All they want from us is support. People in Goma need us to support them. They need to hear our voice. They need us condemning this unjustified war against them. The presidents might come and sit and speak good English. They will talk of the policies. They will talk of the Africanism. But on the ground, who is dying? Who is dying? Your brother, your sister. Why should this happen in this day and age? In this day and age, where internet is everywhere, where we get educational materials, where we have learned from history that war doesn't bring good things, but it brings destruction and death. The only thing that accompanies war has never been good. The only thing that accompanies war is destruction, no development. Nothing can go ahead. We should learn from what has happened from the past. It doesn't matter how big your army is. It doesn't matter how well equipped your army is. As long as you are killing each other, as long as you are sending soldiers in another country to kill, it doesn't matter how important your country is. You might have everything. You might have everything in your country, but for as long as you are creating destruction, you are creating things that are going to destabilize other countries, at the end of the day, you will see refugees. talk of South Africa. South Africa have always complained of, they have always had the problem of xenophobia. Where did this xenophobia come from? You attack your own king. And then you are here glorifying the army. Oh, we have a big army. We have a well-equipped army. We have a well-trained army. Yes, you have a well-trained army. Please don't destabilize other countries. We don't need your wars. We understand that some leaders came into power by fighting. They don't want to listen. They think they can solve everything by fighting. We do not need wars. We don't need your fighting. Please retain your fighting to yourselves. Africans don't need wars. All we want is simple. Let us enjoy our lives. I want to move from Uganda, go to Rwanda, feel at home. I want to move from Rwanda, go to Congo, feel at home. I want to be welcomed. I want to move from South Africa, go to Nigeria, feel at home. I want to feel that I'm welcomed by my own blood. Why should you always look for ways of getting wars on the ground? Why do you always want to prove a point by fighting? You always preach Africanism. Africanism. Your Africanism should be demonstrated right now when you are stopping the wars. When you are discouraging leaders who think that promoting instability, promoting violence, promoting instability from all angles, they are stopped right from the start. We should not wait until things worsen that we have to act. It is wrong for people of Goma to be going through what they are going through. Leaders should do their job, but please don't kill more people. We are tired of wars. No one benefits from these wars. Maybe you benefit from them. The common man does not benefit in any way. We don't need your wars. My name is Ken, and I send you my greetings.